Hello, hello. My name is Nigeria Chambers of Big Belt Media. It's a pleasure to talk to the three of you today, as I'm super honored to have been able to check out an early episode which has solved all the mysteries. When I saw your names deep, deep, deep down on the IMDb page of Lopez versus Lopez. And I was like, is somebody trolling here? You know, it's not always, but it turned now in episode 16, you finally make your appearance. Harvey, Jessica, and Chelsea, how you doing today?
Hey, I'm good.
Good, good. Take me through the emotions when you got the call and you knew we were going to be a part of this show. And also, as a two-part question, just the construction of each of your characters, which were so much fun. I don't think we have enough time to talk about everything, but it was so much fun. But just talk about when you got the call and obviously the construction of your character.
Who wants to go first?
Who wants to go first?
You, Jess.
Okay, well, I was really lucky and I met Debbie Wolf at a show that I was hosting. She had like this bright idea right there, like, oh, we have a Primos episode. You should be a Primo. And I was like, yes, any day of the week. Like, tell me where to send. I'll hold a mic. Like, I'll be there. So I think a few months passed and I was like, I don't think it's going to happen. And then I got a call and I like lost my mind. And then they sent me an email that had Chelsea and Harvey's name. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me, because I love these two people with like my whole heart. We have a lot of history together. And it just felt like we didn't have to act, you know, like we are cousins and, you know, we are the Primos. So I was very excited, to say the least.
Yeah, no, honestly, I have a similar story. Like at the Lopez versus Lopez like premiere screening, Debbie was like, you got to be a Primo. Yes, anything you want me to do, I'll do it. So she's also the showrunner, if you guys don't know, Salvadorian badass. And she like, again, a lot of people talk and they say stuff, but so she like backed it up. So when we got my reps, when we got the like offer, it was just like, oh my God, this is real. Like, and it was just so exciting. And it was funny because I know there was Primos, but I didn't know how many or who was what. So Jess had tweeted that she was finally going to get back on set. And then she responded to somebody saying like, oh no, not today on the 1st. And I called her and I was like, hello. And she's like, what's up, Primos? And I was like so excited. And then she told me it was Harvey. And then I got really excited. So it was just an amazing like experience. So I think little kids in a candy store.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I echo everything they said. It was when the offer came in, I was just like, what? And they're like, yeah. And I was like, oh my gosh. And when I knew who was playing, you know, the rest of the Primos, I was like, sign me the F up. You know, it was just, and you don't get a lot of projects, you know, sometimes you get a project, you're like, who's this? Like, hit or miss, it could be whatever. But man, this was like one of the projects where it's like already like, it's George Lopez, it's his show with his amazing, you know, talented daughter, and now with the Primo, like it was just like a perfect combination. And to see the kind of roster that's gone through this show in just the first season alone, and like the Latino you know, Latina legends that have gone through it, just like mind-blowing. And here we are, you know, playing family, and makes it even more sweeter, I think, at the end of the day.
Oh, absolutely. And you know, Jessica, you did something that I was, how can I into a question and like totally be respectful, because at a point I was like, this doesn't feel like acting. Like this literally feels like they say, hey, I know y'all cool, go do your thing. And it just feels that organic, that pure, so much joy. And then, which obviously does bring me now into my second question, is the representation here, because I thought this show with the, as you mentioned, Harvey, just the slate of Latino legends that that, you know, obviously there's a comedic side to this, but there's also a very important side of this show that comes from out of it. And it's just an honor to be able to watch it and to see everybody really get on there and do their thing. And again, I'm like, what script? I think everybody was just given like, hey, we need you to do an episode, do your thing, you know? And there's, you know, naturals at it. You three, the question is, with the importance of diversity and inclusion, and this show being one of those shows that we want to see more of, and hopefully we get a lot more seasons of this. What was your thoughts going into the show, just seeing just the Latino representation on this show? And we can start with you, Harvey.
I mean, it's mind-blowing just because we don't get a lot of, you know, representation. We can just go down the list of how many shows were beautifully written and acted in the last couple of years that have been canceled, or don't get a second season, or don't get their wings to sprout and a second chance, where in the past we've seen other shows that people stick by it. It's like the ratings aren't great, they're going to stick by into the third season and the fourth season. And I think we have to work twice as hard just to be seen, as equal. And that's frustrating because we have kind of privilege that another show that happens to not be a Latino run, acted, written, we might be having more rosters full with Latino shows. And I think think just of the past couple of years alone, I can think of just like with the example of Vida, which is Tana Saracha's show, which wonderful Chelsea was part of that cast, and amazing work that she did, and the short-livedness of shows like that. It's frustrating to see really talented Latinas put their heart into something, and then it'd be like just disappears and vaporizes, and then you have to go on to the next gig. And so it's nice to see a show that celebrates comedy, but it has heart, and it reunites us all. And so this revolving door of talent that goes through the show is just a reminder that we are here and we are thriving, we are talented, and we deserve to be seen. And I can't speak any more highly just from these two in front of me, that I'm just privileged to be working with them and the whole crew.
Hell yeah. You two want to get anything you want to add? I know it's hard to follow that, right?
I don't even know. Can I just co-sign all of that? Because that was actually very cool.
And we also have talked about this before, like we all felt related to George Lopez growing up watching his show, and it's a whole nother thing to now officially be related to him in the world of TV, and to see all that he's done and that he continues doing is amazing. And again, you think about the next generation, the fact that Bryce is on this show, and this is the beginning for him, and like what his story is going to be, and like we're a little piece of that, and we're like, and it's really beautiful. And also, just to go back on what you were talking about, like about us, like, hey, you're not acting, you're just doing your thing. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. It's funny because that's us, real, but then so we have to be these other characters.
Yeah.
Like Jess and I have never played characters like this before. Yeah. So then it's like now tapping into that, but still staying true to like us and leaving. I have naturally just flow and breathe. It was really, really fun.
I was going to jump on that and say that might surprise you, because and that's good acting, right? Where it looks so effortless. Absolutely. Where you see that Chelsea and Jessica and myself, like they're like, this looks like you're just having fun, and we did have fun, but that's our job. And it's like to make it look so honest and pure and grounded that you're like, they're fun, but this is a totally different character that Chelsea has ever played, which got me so excited. And to make it look so effortless, that only means it's a credit to the work that she did, and to make it look so effortless to Jessica, and hopefully with myself, like it's a character that I've not usually play. Then I think we accomplished it, Primos. We accomplished the goal.
Hey. I had several breakdowns. They know that. They're laughing because it's true. Like, is this funny? Is this okay? Should I do something else? Like, they were incredible springboards, to play off.
Jess almost made me cry, pranking me on the set.
Up, okay?
She did. She was made me cry on set.
Okay. Happiness, okay?
In a jokey, funny way.
Yeah, it was funny.
A tiny prank. It wasn't even like a prank. It was in the moment.
She was a baby's first 3 cam. So like, of course, you were gonna initiate her with like a prank, and then like tell her that it's like, oh no, if you don't do it right now, they just scratch all of it. Like it was jokes like that. Poor Chelsea, who's such a perfectionist with her craft. She's so good at what she does. It. She's just like, what? No, then I'll just do it. Like it's like, no, you don't do it now. And it's just like, something that we're like, which is so weird.
I just told her you couldn't close a door. I was like, you never close a door in a sitcom. She like literally lost her mind. I was like, how did you go from A to
literally Z? Like we had done one rehearsal and we came in through the front door, like when we first getting there. And then I was like, oh, reset. And then so I closed the door and she's like, no. And I was like, wait, I literally like almost cried, and like she only gave me like 3 seconds, and then she said, girl, I'm playing. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I think I tried that other joke and it didn't fly with Chelsea. By then she caught on. Like I was like, did this right? And she was like, nice try. Like it was just like shit. It was just like
Well, you know, you're absolutely right. Fantastic job by the three of you three, and I've been watching you all for a long time. And I think some you three are some of the best character actors out there. Literally, no character translates from one show to the other. And I think that coming into this completely refreshing. It was good to see familiar faces, but like as I said, it was the joy, see the joy in y'all performance in this. And you said it, but I'll just say it too. George Lopez has also opened up his home to us as all folks across the world. And I also felt like I've been related to him by watching him for over these years. And this show just really furthered that connection. So it was really a pleasure to see some of my favorites a part of the show, and George Lopez continue to do what he does best, and that's just put smiles on people's faces. But until folks can check out episode 16, it's been a pleasure to talk to you today.
Thank you.
Take your time.
You gave